A man wanted by police was rescued from a ravine tonight after running from authorities. Duluth police say while responding to a physical domestic call near 87th Avenue West and Concord Street, the suspect left the scene. Once located, he fled on foot and was found in a ravine. It's unknown if he went into the ravine to evade authorities or if he fell into it. He was transported to the hospital with injuries. Charges are expected in the coming days.